and to our ranking member, Mr. Bilirakis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Madam Chair, for holding this important legislative hearing and to our witnesses for your testimony today. This is an exciting day for the subcommittee as it marks the first time a bicameral, bipartisan, comprehensive privacy and data security deal is considered on the congressional docket. This topic has had its ups and downs to get to this point, but I'm proud to be here with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to discuss and improve the America Data Privacy and Protection Act. I want to thank the chairman of the full committee, and of course the ranking member of the full committee, and of course my colleague, the chairman of the subcommittee. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to have as much input as possible. And I know we're going to go forward. As a reminder, what we have before us, of course, is a discussion draft, which means we should spend our time today learning how we can make it better. And thank you to the witnesses, because I know we can make it better. But to be clear, again, this is historic, and we need to keep moving together and build upon the constructive feedback while rejecting tactics that may seek to derail our bipartisan work. This draft establishes a delicate balance for putting control of data back into the hands of everyday Americans while providing businesses with fair rules of the road and preserving their ability to innovate. I know from my vantage point in Florida that the travel and tourism industry encounter countless transactions from their visitor interactions. But we know we must be sensitive to those small and medium-sized businesses since they are only using a fraction of data that Facebook or Google do, who have legions of lawyers to manage compliance. For years, I've heard the calls for Congress to urgently enact a national privacy law. So I have a level of skepticism now that when I hear, let's take a pause or do it next year, I won't buy that. This is the best committee by far on Capitol Hill, in my opinion, and we are up to the challenge. So hopefully today's hearing helps shine a light on how this legislation is designed to operate and how we can continue moving the process forward with consensus from both sides of the aisle and both chambers. We have a broad scope of witnesses for this hearing that can speak to different aspects of the bill, from small businesses and startup technologies to consumer advocates. I know we can bridge any divides we have, and I'm thankful for you all being here today. Today's discussion draft threads the needle, as I said, on many challenges that have acted as barriers to passing a comprehensive privacy and data security bill, including preemption, individual rights to courts, and the role of the FTC. However, just as importantly, this legislation also addresses meaningful policy issues that have been priorities for many members of the Congress on this committee. Every member on this committee can point to small and mom-and-pop stores in their districts that can enjoy visiting, whether it's a great restaurant with authentic cuisine or a local boutique shop selling homemade goods. We recognize these businesses don't have infinite resources, but still need to collect data in order to make it in today's economy, which is very difficult, which is why the draft agreement excludes small businesses from certain requirements to lessen the potential burdens they would face, and it provides additional resources for them to help with compliance. I know I don't have too much time here. The legislation also takes a leap forward in protecting children from malicious online practices. Our draft would ban targeted advertising to children under the age of 17, ensure large data holders like big tech regularly assess how their algorithms impact and harm children online, and classify all data belonging to children under the age of 17 as sensitive covered data, which is subject to heightened protections and requirements. I'm pleased to see the language in this draft as protecting children's privacy has long been, this is a priority of mine and other members of the committee, and I want to recognize Congressman Wahlberg's. In particular, he's been working tirelessly on this, and I recognize his bipartisan efforts on this front. And because I don't have any more time, Madam Chair, I'll yield back, and I look forward to hearing from the witnesses.